ask you a question.
You don't think Eminem is one of the best rappers of all time?
According to who?
You.
Rap fans.
Let me say something to you. And this is going to my African fundamentalism. No non-African can ever be the best of anything African. It is an insult to the ancestors, it is an insult to the race, and it is an insult to every black person. Do you think I could go to Palestine and be the best anything of Palestinian culture? You never see that. You think I could go to Israel and be the best of anything in Israel, whether it be a cook, an instrumentalist, a dancer? Hell no. And we have to stop naming non-African people, Joe.
But I disagree.
Stay with me though. Let me finish this. We got to stop naming non-African people as being the best of any aspect of our cultural products.
Joe, I think you
because
can.
It is an insult.
You can.
It is an insult.
We can acknowledge that the talent is the
Yes, I can acknowledge Eminem's title.
We should.
But let me tell you.
Go ahead.
For you to put him at the top,
Let me ask you this.
that's white supremacy,
Let me
bro.
tell you this.
That's white supremacy.
What's white culture?
I don't see Eminem building no schools and hospitals.
We gotta
I don't
stop
see
inviting
DJ
people to the
Khaled
cookout.
building no schools and hospitals.
What's the white
I don't see DJ Vlad building no damn bets in supermarkets.
Yo, I'm asking.
Hell no.
Doc, let me ask you a question.
Ain't no.
So Dr. Umar Johnson has been taking social media by storm this weekend because of his very heavy and strong opinions. Now, one of these opinions was that Eminem cannot be the best in anything that has to do with basically black people, black African American people, however y'all want to label us, right? He said he can't be the best because he's white. Now, that took a lot of people up in arms, and some are saying like, no, he's the most decorated hip hop artist of all time. I mean, this man got like 15 Grammys. He sold the most records of all time, multiple diamond albums, multiple diamond tracks, most gold and platinum certifies, however you want to say it, in RIAA history. And I felt the same way too at first. But when I actually listened to the whole thing and I rewinded it and listened to it again, slept on it, and now I think about it, I kind of understand Dr. Umar's point that he's trying to say. You see, hip hop culture and rap music as a genre are two different things, right? Hip hop culture is based upon young black youth from urban communities in America. Inner city urban communities. So the way that we walk, the way that we talk, the way that we dress, the way that we dance, our mannerisms, everything about us is basically black hip hop culture. Basically, it's just a black American lifestyle. Now, rap is a part of the hip hop culture. Rap is not necessarily all of hip hop culture though. It's just a certain aspect of it. Now, while Eminem is a master of rap, nobody's taking his talent away from him. He's not truly embedded in hip hop culture because Dr. Umar is saying at any time, Eminem can use his white privilege and pick up and go. Whereas to black people in hip hop culture, that is who we are. There is no leaving. And if you do try to leave, you're gonna get pushed back because this is your DNA makeup. You see, Eminem has excelled in certain areas of rap because of his white privilege. And if you don't believe me, Eminem has said this on his own records. Let's check out what he said right here on White America. The second verse of Eminem's White America says, "Look at these eyes, baby blue, baby just like yourself. If they were brown, Shady'd lose. Shady sits on the shelf. But Shady's cute. Shady knew Shady's dimples would help. Make ladies swoon. Baby, ooh baby, look at my sales. Let's do the math. If I was black, I would have sold half. I didn't have to graduate from Lincoln High School to know that. But I could rap, so fuck school. I'm too cool to go back." You see, we gotta get into Eminem's fan base. Eminem's fan base isn't the ordinary black person in hip hop. He's saying that on White America. You gotta understand, one thing about Eminem, Eminem tapped into a fan base that's rarely tapped into. Him being white, him having fans that aren't from urban communities, from suburban areas in middle America, Boise, Idaho, Wisconsin, places of that nature. That's what gives Eminem an advantage to sell his records. We just gotta call it how we gonna call it. You gotta ask yourself, does the stuff that Eminem rap about, does it really tap into the black urban community? It does not. So while Eminem is respected within the culture and he's respected within the realms of rap, we can't say that he's the best. This is according to Dr. Umar. He's saying we can't say he's the best because he can't lead hip hop. Because at any point we can get rid of Eminem in hip hop and Eminem can quit and go do something else. Let's keep it a bean. Eminem might be the most consistent white rapper of all time, but that's because the way that he sells records, he doesn't really need to tap into anything, but he can. There's people that do it all the time in hip hop. Look at Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly is an average rapper. He's white. He's an average rapper. His sales were minimal. What did he do? He left the culture and he went and became a rock star. He's tearing up hotel rooms, messing with or wanting to mess with underage girls. Typical rock star stuff, right? Look at Post Malone. He came out, White Iverson. He was a rapper, died too young, things of that nature. Then he became a pop artist, a rock artist, a country artist. He left the culture. He said he don't want to be classified as just a rapper, when rap and imitating and cosplaying the black culture is what put him on. Look at 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine, he cosplayed a black blood. He imitated what he seen from his doorstep because he couldn't leave the stoop. And he imitated it. He manipulated black people, used them up, went to jail, came back, used some more black people up. Then the culture stopped accepting him. What did he do? He went back to his Spanish roots. Now he's making Spanish music and he's succeeding in it. He's successful. We got to give that to him. This is what they do. And I don't mean this in a bad undertone. I'm just saying that Eminem doesn't have to solely depend on hip hop culture. This is why Dr. Umar is saying he can't be the best. Think about when we try to tap over into other genres in other ways besides hip hop culture. Now, Lil Wayne and Jay-Z were relatively successful, even let's say Nelly. They all had rock albums or a country album, but at the end of the day, they always got to come back to hip hop culture because they're not going to get accepted permanently within the realms of other genres and other cultures. Lil Nas had the longest #1 record running of all time, right? With Old Town Road. But he still couldn't yet get acknowledged by country music awards and charts. And they wouldn't recognize him for having a country record. They would still label him hip hop culture. Why? Because other genres and other communities do not accept us. That's why Dr. Umar is saying, yes, Eminem, you could be the mayor, you could be the governor, you could be a lot of things, but you cannot be the president of hip hop culture. Why? It's kind of like being the president for real. You have to be an American born citizen, right? To be the president. He's saying you have to be birthed within hip hop culture to be the leader and to be the best within the culture. Right now, you can have a high place. Yeah, you could serve as this, you could serve as that, but you'll never be at the top because you don't really need the hip hop culture or the black community for you to be successful. You gotta remember, at this point, Eminem was the one that was rapping about living in trailers, rapping about beefing with the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Christina Aguilera. These are not topics that black people relatively listen to. Think about the song Renegade, where he's on a track with Jay-Z. Did Eminem have to tap into Jay-Z's world, or did Jay-Z have to tap into Eminem's world? Jay-Z had to tap into, yo, I'm a renegade, I say what I wanna say. not necessarily his regular raps about struggles in the black community or balling in the black community. The things that we rap about as black people. He had to meet Eminem somewhere for Eminem to rap about the same thing. That's just what it is. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think that I'm incorrect with Dr. Umar's interpretation? Or do y'all think that he's on point? What is y'all opinions about it? Let me know down below. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and we out, baby. Boom!
Just LaFlair.
It's him.